So here we go. All of us are facing issues for whether or not we want to even go out and vote this November. The three key issues that I can see that the media keeps pushing at us is the abortion versus pro-life, or Roe versus Wade fiasco that's now going on. So that's one issue that the media and the progressive liberals on the left, the Bidenites, if you will, that's the one issue they're hoping that you will go out and vote for Democrats based on Roe v. Wade. The second big issue is climate change, or global warming, versus common sense. Now, the media, are they lying to us about, for example, the news lately is, oh my God, the United Kingdom, the UK, they're suffering. People are dying from the heat, and there's fires going on, and oh my God, it's all global warming. Is it? Let's find out. And then the third issue is the economy versus recession, which we're heading for. So which one of these really is the key issue? Let's explore, first of all, Roe v. Wade. Okay, so let's start with the Roe v. Wade, or abortion versus pro-life people, voters, Americans. Here's what the media says. Mainstream media headline is this. Let me read it to you. 85% of American voters think that abortion should be legal in some or all circumstances. So they promote that headline to make you and me believe that, well, geez, what's the point? I mean, 85% of us all prefer abortion. But that's not really true, because there's a subheadline that's buried in the same article. But the video news, the ABC, David Muir, and so forth and so on, mainstream media, the nightly news will promote 85% of you and me think that abortion is fine. So therefore, let's go out and vote on that issue. Let's vote Democrat, by God, because you know how those Republicans are. They're all pro-life. But that's not the headline. When you read the subheadings, which I'm going to do, here's the paragraph that's buried in the story. I have to read it to you. It says, the further along in pregnancy, the less likely people are to support abortion. Oh, geez, why didn't they say that in the main headline, that 85% of us favor abortion? Because that's not their agenda. Their agenda is get out and vote Democrat, because those doggone Republicans are trying to prevent women from exercising the authority that they should have over their own body. Meaning, should I decide to, I hate to use the word abort. Abort means to not complete, but it also means to kill. Abortion is to kill what was proposed. Okay, so now you get my take on abortion, but it's not, I'm not the 85% that prefers abortion, that's for sure, and for 1,000 reasons. Maybe what they should be doing really is offering, maybe it's illegal, and I'm sure that's probably the problem, but that people that would like to carry their baby to term, and there are people that want to adopt, make a financial deal between the adopting parents and the person that was going to have an abortion, and favors pro-life all of a sudden for money. Because money is the issue with abortion anyway. The abortion clinics have made billions and billions of dollars convincing young ladies, mostly in the by ethnic group, by the way, to commit this act of abortion. Okay, so the mainstream media and other progressives have the agenda. That is, again, to get you to vote Democrat based on Roe versus Wade and those doggone Republicans in the Supreme Court, right? Let's move on to the global warming or climate change issue versus common sense. Again, is the media lying to us? Let's find out. Okay, as of last night, which would have been July 18th, and all week, and it's just going to keep happening. The agenda of the mainstream media, meaning progressive, liberal, leftists in Congress, the media, the president, their agenda is to tell you that, the earth is going to burn up if we don't do something about global warming and climate change. And then they're promoting in the United Kingdom, the UK, the headline is that the United Kingdom people by the thousands are dying from heat, and only 1 to 5% in the UK and France have air conditioners. And so the elderly are dropping dead like flies, and the heat is just killing them, and it's all due, and I'm quoting the media, it's all due to global warming, climate change. Well, let's look at the actual truth of the matter. I happen to be one who studies things, and you should too. But you look up, I was curious, what are the hottest temperatures on record in the United Kingdom? I mean, normally wouldn't you ask? I did. So I pass on what I find to you so that you can use your head when it comes to voting. Climate change. Why, you doggone Democrats ought to get out and vote, because the earth is burning up like crazy. And the seas are going to rise like you wouldn't believe and drown everybody. It's just, they're telling the kids in school, they're teaching it and have been since they had some 12-year-old guru from I don't know where. Can't even remember her name. That's how important it is. You're going to die in 12 years because of global warming. Okay, so here's the record in the UK. It went from 97.52, because their temperatures they do in Celsius, and they do inches and feet in metric, using metric system. So I had to convert their Celsius to Fahrenheit for you and for me. So it ranged from 97.52 degrees Fahrenheit to 101.66 degrees Fahrenheit since 1911. That's a long time. That's a big record. And the whole difference between what the media is trying to promote now is 4.14 degrees Fahrenheit. 4 degrees. Now, so then I asked, okay, it looks like from number 10 to number 1, it's actually slowly increasing by a degree Celsius or a degree or 2 Fahrenheit, which is what's causing that. So I then looked up, because the news media showed me fires, caused by global warming. It's actually caused by people going whoosh, and setting a match to start this global warming catastrophe, and in news media film opportunities. How do I know this? Because lightning, it might cause a forest fire here and there, but somebody's going whoosh, with the match and lighting the fires, or they're stupid campers. We don't know. And you'll never know, by the way. So 4.14 degrees, and the fires in the United Kingdom, I wanted to know what the media is hiding from us. So I found out that the tropical forests, I'm reading, are being cut down to grow crops and to grow more urban sprawl, and soybean, palm oil, and cocoa, which the UK is a key consumer of. And deforestation, you'll never read this in the media, will you? But you'll read it here with old Johnny. Deforestation of this kind is one of the leading reasons for biodiversity loss, and is estimated to account for 10 to 15% of global greenhouse gas emissions. So deforestation, California, all the fires out west, it's because of the drought, and the drought is because of global warming. Oh my God, the temperatures, and they're showing you red all over the U.S. map in the media, right? Red, it's hot. Oh, geez, I don't know how you can stand it. The temperatures are 100 degrees or more, 103, 105. Listen, when I was in the military back in 1993 to 1997 in Texas and Oklahoma, or Las Vegas, Nevada, it was 120 degrees in Las Vegas when I visited out there. It was well over 105, and this is July. But they're trying to plant in your mind, get out there and vote because global warming is killing us. Now, the seas are going to rise. Let me ask you this logical question. We all remember President Barack Hussein Obama, right? Now, Obama believes in global warming. Am I right? He kept saying the seas are going to rise. Why then did he spend, I think it was $28 million to buy a 29-acre parcel on the ocean, waterfront estate in Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts? I mean, if the seas are going to rise 3 feet, President Obama, and you are a firm believer in this rising tides, rising oceans, and devastation due to global warming, why did you spend $28 million to buy an estate on the ocean, on an island, no less? I mean, the whole island's going to disappear. If what Obama wants you to believe, if he believed it himself, which of course he does not, or he would never have blown $28 million. So, Roe v. Wade, get out and vote. Those doggone Republicans, they just want to take away women's rights. It's a health care issue. Get out and vote for Democrats because, you know, global warming, it's going to kill us. And those doggone Republicans, you know how they are. They don't believe in global warming like John Tyler, who's bringing us facts. But we're going to keep pushing the media headlines to support Roe v. Wade and global warming and disaster coming upon the earth without telling you it's deforestation. If, for example, San Francisco paid attention to cleaning up the forests, which they will not do on purpose, all that dead wood that's in there, if anybody starts a fire, poof, it's like, forget it. Throwing wood into a fireplace, what's going to happen? It's going to ignite. Anyway, let's move on to the real reason, maybe, that people are going to vote. And that would be the economy. So I wondered, well, how many of us, if anybody's going to tell me the truth, how many of us voters are actually, what's our issue? Is it Roe v. Wade? Is it healthcare issues? Is it global warming? What is it? I suspected that it was the economy. Let's find out. Let's get the truth for once. Oh wait, the economy. Are you kidding me? This has to be a lying graph by Statista. The economy versus recession. The economy versus Roe versus Wade. The economy versus global warming and catastrophic tidal waves. The key issues Americans voted on, percentage of voters in the 2020 election. 82% voted about the economy, and the red means the Trump voters. 91% of the Democrats thought that racial inequality was the key. 82% of Democrats thought that the coronavirus pandemic was the key issue. And 28% of Democrats said that crime and safety was the issue, whereas those dirty Republicans, 71% of them thought that crime and safety was 11% of the total vote. And then 63% of Democrats thought health care was the primary reason. Well, that was 2020. Let's go look and see what's on the voters' mind for 2022 and 2024, shall we? So I was surprised, to say the least, if not totally shocked, that NBC would actually put this chart out. The biggest concern facing your family right now when asked of I forget how many, let's see. That was June 23rd to 27, Monmouth poll, Monmouth University. The economy, a shock, right? Inflation, 33%. Because inflation means the money you work hard for is being depleted by the week. And gas prices, well, that's part of the economy. That was 15%. And then they use the word the economy, which to me it's got to do with inflation and gas prices and food prices and so forth. But they call it the economy, 9%. I guess they just asked that question. And people said, oh, the economy. And then everyday bills, groceries, rent increases, electric bills increases, home heating fuel increases, diesel fuel for the truck drivers. All leads to inflation, all leads to economic issues. Total 63% of you and me think that the economy is number one issue when we go and vote in November. All the other issues, which included, this is NBC, hey, but they won't say this on the news, guarantee you. They hide it out there in Google world. Abortion, reproductive rights, 5% of the voters. Okay, but they want you to think, remember, 85% of the voters think abortion is the way to go. But only 5% of the voters say that that's a big issue for them. I'm sure that includes Democrats, Republicans, and independents, of which I am an independent, just to let you know. Gun ownership. For some reason, that falls far below economic issues. With me, it's a big issue. Nonetheless, healthcare costs. Okay, that's on the rise. In fact, it's out of hand. I don't know how a family of four can survive. They go to work, and maybe their job pays some portion of health care, or even all of it, and that would be terrific. But a lot of people are paying $1,200 a month and more just for health care. Job security and unemployment. Not many people are worried about that because they know now, basically, if they don't like their job, they can go get another one. And if they stay home and sit on the couch and watch Judge Judy all day, the Biden liberal progressives are sending them checks to stay out of work, some between $600 and $900 a week. Why go to McDonald's and work, right? When you go to a restaurant, gee, what happened? All the booths and tables are empty, and there's only like 6 waitresses here, or wait staff. Some of them are guys, and they're good. Because a lot of the waitresses and wait staff are saying, I'm not coming in here and earn tips. Anyway, the economy is apparently the number one issue for me and for you. When you watch the evening news, which I will continue to do, even though I know I already expect what the headline's going to be. Roe v. Wade, global warming, blah, 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 the economy. We know that's the number one issue. That's why we're all scared to death that the midterm elections in November are going to flip the House and the Senate. And that's going to stop Biden from making other stupid decisions. With that, I bid you adieu. That's French for see you later. Buenas noches, buenos dias, all that stuff. See you later.